to just contradict everything you just said in the blink of an eye. I have no problem with that. And just moving forward as if, yeah, no, I've been consistent this whole time. Yeah, no. Insane, man. It's insane what this religion does to you. A demonic
Visar min syster.
Demonically stupid. Man, demonically stupid. It's insane. We
Jag är
laid the
rolig och
groundwork.
Erika är
We
snäll.
laid the foundation because I know you're a Muslim. I know you guys are dishonest. I know you guys, as soon as something goes against your religion, you're going to just denounce all reality. I know that.
Min bror.
That's why I established a foundation before moving
Jag är
forward in
ung.
any argument with you guys to avoid wasting time. And the
Min bror
foundation
och
we
min
set,
syster.
you said it out of your own freaking mouth. Okay, yeah, the scriptures it's in the previous scriptures in the Bible. Yeah,
Jag är rolig och Sara är
those are the
snäll.
previous scriptures. I don't like the word Bible, but yes, yes, I'm with that. You said it out of your own mouth. Now all of a sudden that the Bible ain't the previous scriptures. Get out of here, bro. Can't talk with people like this. Can't do it.
Peter är min bror. Min far är väldigt ung.
Why not? I guess I should.
I'm telling you, based on the what.
So where in the Quran does it say? You give me a verse now. Where in the Quran does it say that the gospel and the Injil are gone? So, because you've just been making a bunch of claims. I've been giving you the verses.
God says in the Quran that
Show me, bro. Show me where it says the Torah and the gospel are gone.
Maybe if you're here, it doesn't say that. It says.
That was the claim you guys were making. You said that they're gone. Where in the Quran does it say that they're gone?
My dear brother,
But you see from my perspective, though, how I have to like. You can't just make a claim.
This in our religion is for you to question. I'm telling you, based on.
Another thing you could do is just eliminate anybody being able to vote until they reach the same age that they could become president of the United States.
Is that not 35?
Mm-hmm.
So you think that everyone under 35 should lose the right to vote?
Why shouldn't everyone under 35
That
be
was
able?
the most boomer shit I've ever
Why
heard.
shouldn't everybody under 35 be able to be the president of the United States?
Well, because they don't have the... But they're still...
Why? Answer the question.
Because they do not yet have the experience in politics to run an entire country.
But you can't be president.
Legislatively, below 35, from 18 to 34, all of these people are impacted at the same level.
No, they're not all impacted at the same level. People between the ages of 18 and like 25 are mostly living at home. And their parents are the ones who are mostly impacted by legislation, not them. And their parents should actually probably have more say than them because they're dependents on them. If the founders didn't think you should be president of the United States till you were 35, I don't think they wanted you to vote either. Another thing you could do is just eliminate anybody.
What's this one gonna be?
Is this a question that Christians can't answer? Well, listen to this Christian's answer.
This is part one of questions
again.
Christians cannot answer.
Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. The Christian.
I'm not gonna do it again. A dragon eye water bottom. Just show me the English of it. Okay. That's nice. Sure. Ooh, Gothic Christmas. Why don't you check that out? Hmm. Yeah, we'll go ahead. Let's add you tomorrow. Maybe I watched him, maybe I didn't. There. The bubble has burst. Yeah, okay. Man, well, I'm not seeing anything. It's gonna start you up.
Lisa är rolig och jag är smart. Lisa är rolig och jag är smart.
This is funny and I'm smart.
Jag är snäll och Lisa är rolig.
So, I am nice and Lisa is funny.
Anna är min syster.
Anna is my sister. Anna är min syster.
Min son är ung.
Min son, my son, är ung, is young. Okay, so what was there here? Yeah.
Erik
och Sara. Erik och Sara.
Lyssnar på musik.
Listen to music. Jag simmar ofta.
Jag tycker om schack.
Yes, I like chess. Ja, jag tycker om schack.
Han spelar ofta piano.
Han spelar ofta piano.
Ja, vi tycker om musik.
Ja, vi tycker om musik. Du simmar ofta, eller hur? You often swim, right? Yes, ja. Okay.
Ja.
Tältar. I think that's it. Yeah. We play chess together. Vi spelar och tillsammans. Ja.
Du seglar, eller hur?
Du seglar. You sail, eller hur? Right? He often plays piano. Spelar ofta piano. He often plays piano.
Min son spelar ofta piano.
Min son spelar. My son often plays piano.
Vi seglar aldrig men tältar ofta.
Tältar. Speaks.
Vi seglar aldrig men tältar ofta.
We Never sail, but probably go camping. Build that. Patient. Camp. Campa.
Campa.
Campa. Seems like the more normal version, but okay. Okay. Umlaut's not the O. Whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah. This with an A, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's not. Seek. LYSS. YSS. Lyssnar.
Nej, jag seglar aldrig.
Nej, jag seglar aldrig. Jag simmar ofta. Alright. Back to the beginning. I think I'll actually do a review at the end of this. That'll be nice. And then I can move on to the next one. Sometimes. Ibland. And see if I can find something to waste a little bit of time on here.
Watch how this veteran goes to jail for what he did in court.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You have been before this court. You were telling me that you had some violations. You told me you hit your neighbor with a 5-pound hammer.
3 pound, and I didn't hit him. I sliced the top of his head. He got 1 stitch, and he was out of the hospital in half an hour.
What happened with that case?
I went to jail for 30 days.
I know you're a veteran from Korea, right?
Korea, I was on the front lines when they signed the truce.
So you were in Korea, you came back home, you were a veteran, you had problems with your neighbor. As a result of those problems, you actually served time in jail?
The worst thing that happened to a human being.
You never had any record of anything?
No. The corporal that came to my house looking for the 3-pound hammer, he found a regular hammer. He says, I got it. He didn't even have the right hammer. It was a joke and a half.
You admit that you hit him with a hammer, but they convicted you with the wrong hammer.
Yeah.
How old are you?
86 years old, going on 91. I'm an old man and I'm tired.
The last time you were here, you said you're going to hibernate like a squirrel.
I have been hibernating. I don't go out. I'm bipolar. I'm taking Zoloft for problems between the ears.
You showed the ticket to Inspector Quinn.
I couldn't find a parking place, so I parked half on the parking place and half.
What were you doing at the courthouse?
I had to go pay the restitution.
Inspector Quinn.
Ron, I don't think I'm going to live to see 86 years old, and everything he's been through, and based on the explanation, he was half in, half out. The city will move to dismiss.
I agree with Inspector Quinn. We're going to dismiss this ticket.
Thank you very much.
You don't have any hammers with you, do you?
I got 3 upstairs. We'll just pick one like they did already.
Thank you for your service to this country. We're proud of your service to this country.
Thank you.
And good luck to you.
I'm on my way out, but I'm trying to hang in there.
You're not on your way out. Don't lose faith. Don't lose faith. Fight. You're a Federal Hill kid. Keep fighting.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Good luck. You're free to go.
Thank you very much.
Watch how this veteran goes to jail for what he...
No. Of course it has no get rid of this. Okay. Alright.
You will, I promise. The Quran is a miracle. What is it? You will, I promise. The Prophet did not read or write.
How is that a miracle?
That's a miracle.
How is that not a miracle?
Did he write it?
He did not write the Quran.
Physically?
Yeah, did he write
He
it?
didn't write it
So he had other people write it for him?
He memorized it.
How is that a... He memorized it?
Yeah, he memorized
No,
it.
he forgot the Quran.
The Quran was memorized. It was in his heart. What are you talking about? Jibreel.
He doesn't. At this
Wait.
point, sorry. At this
We're talking about truth.
No. You've insulted my prophet.
No, I promise. Guys, I promise. Wait, are you saying that? Don't run from me. Don't run. Don't use that as a cop out.
I'm getting mad.
Don't get mad.
Step away.
Don't play the victim. Sahih Bukhari, 5038. It says, Allah's apostle heard a man reciting the Quran at night and said, may Allah bestow his mercy on him, as he has reminded me of such and such verse, of such and such surahs, which I was caused to forget. That's a cut. You will, I promise.
Did this one to me too. Gogmazios? I have no idea what that is, but okay. Think twice before picking up hitchhikers. Blech. Poor Irish people. Alright, hold on a second.
Frozen in time.
Okay. Why does all of this seem so useless? Okay.
I don't.
No thanks. This gets kind of old. Be nice not to see it. Yeah, this will work.
One of the biggest objections I run into when I'm having conversations with people, objections to the existence of God, is the evolution.
That's why it's being so
hear slogans
freaking
like,
weird.
well, evolution.
Nah. Alright. Okay, good enough.
One of the biggest objections I run into when I'm having conversations with people, objections to the existence of God, is the evolution. They would hear slogans like, well, evolution has disproven Christianity. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to show a section of the film that talks about that particular topic, but the film is going to have a bunch of different topics we'll cover as well.
Awesome. Let's do it. I'll pull it up here.
In my book, Darwin's Doubt, I discuss a problem that Darwin understood about his own theory, even in 1859 when he published The Origin of Species, and that is that the pattern of appearance of new forms of life in the fossil record does not match the branching tree pattern that he presented in The Origin of Species. But instead, in the fossil record, new forms of life arise very abruptly. And there's one particular such event in the history of life that's especially dramatic. It's known as the Cambrian explosion. Most of the first animals arise during the Cambrian period, and these first animals exemplify
Min man
very
vaknar alltid
new
tidigt.
ways of arranging body parts and tissues called a
Vaknar.
body plan. On my shelf here, I've got a trilobite fossil, and this particular one has
Min man
very
vaknar
well
alltid tidigt.
trilobite
Alltid
eyes.
tidigt.
The trilobites, one of the
My husband always
earliest
wakes up early.
came on the
Reda,
scene
reda.
Reda.
Vi seglar aldrig men tältar ofta.
compound eyes. You can
Vi
see the compound eyes like the eyes of
seglar.
modern insects. We know those are
Aldrig.
sophisticated devices.
Men
They are there from the
tältar
very beginning
ofta.
of
Vi seglar
the
aldrig men
Cambrian
tältar
explosion.
ofta.
You have to go sailing, but often go camping.
Musik,
Music.
katt,
Cat.
gitarr,
Guitar.
lärare,
Lärare. Teacher.
medan
Medan.
vi simmar och tränar.
Vi simmar, vi svänger och tränar.
Human beings come on the scene. There's something called the sociocultural Big Bang, where out of nowhere this incredibly sophisticated
Anna
behavior
bakar ofta en
appears
tårta.
explosively.
Anna
This is
bakar
completely
ofta
contrary
en
to what you'd
tårta.
expect from
And often bakes cake.
Ja, jag spelar ofta piano.
Ja, yes. Jag spelar.
which eventually leads to
Ofta.
new genera, which eventually leads to new families and new
Ofta
Oh,
piano.
new
Yes, I
uh,
often play
and last
piano.
of all, new phyla.
Mer,
But we see
Mer,
the opposite
more,
of the
men,
fossil record.
men, but,
The
medan,
phyla show it
medan,
first, and
wow.
they show it simultaneously and
Kanske,
suddenly.
maybe.
ris.
Ris.
So when we see these
Ja,
big explosions
jag
of new
tältar.
biological form,
Ja,
we
yes.
now know
Jag
we're also
tältar.
seeing evidence of
Tack.
big explosions of biological information. To build
Okay.
that
Schack,
form, you
Mark,
need
chess.
information.
Hus,
It's
Hus,
kind of like in
house.
the computer
Stad,
world, where if you
stad,
want to give your
city.
computer a
Bra.
new function,
Bra. Good.
you have to give
Han.
it new code.
He.
Where does
Hon
that
lyssnar på
information come
musik, eller hur?
Hon lyssnar.
from? Information always comes from a
Hon
mind. In
lyssnar.
other words, in our uniform and repeated
Hon
experience, we
lyssnar
always see
på
a conscious
musik.
mind as the source of
To music.
information. If
Eller
it's
hur?
a hieroglyphic inscription, a paragraph in a book,
Min familj
information
tittar på
embedded in a
TV.
radio signal,
Min familj,
software,
my family,
any place where we have
tittar,
information,
watches,
especially in a digital or
tittar
alphabetic form,
på,
it always
Titta på.
has arisen from conscious activity, from a mind, not an undirected material process.
so it's like looking at or watching TV. TV.
Men du dansar alltid.
Men du dansar alltid. Vi.
Men du dansar alltid.
But you always dance. Men du dansar alltid.
Explanation for the phenomenon of interest. The phenomenon of interest is the information in DNA. What cause now in operation produces digital information?
Mer.
Well,
Mer.
there's only one. and that's the
Alltid.
mind.
Alltid. Always.
Dator,
Dator. Computer.
gitarr,
Gitarr.
bräda,
Today there are a
bräda,
number of
bräda.
biologists
Bräda.
that are calling for what
Ja.
they call
Ja.
extended
Ja.
evolutionary synthesis, meaning
Tycker
that
om.
evolutionary theory is
Schack.
incomplete. It's
Yes, I
inadequate.
like chess.
Ja, vi tycker om musik.
They called a meeting in November of 2016
Ja, vi
to
tycker
come
om
up with a
musik.
new theory of
Yes, we like
macroevolution
music.
because the current theory they have, this neo-Darwinian
Ofta
theory,
eller
mutate DNA and get a new body plan, they were admitting doesn't work. So they called all these people
eller.
to the
Ofta eller.
UK back in November of 2016 to
Alltid.
have this meeting, and they heard a lot of people complaining about the
Ofta
current
eller.
theory of
Alltid.
Hon
macroevolution,
vaknar
but they
tidigt
couldn't
och
come up
bakar
with another
bröd.
naturalistic
Hon
theory as to how
vaknar tidigt.
subsequent life
Mm.
forms could evolve.
It's
Darwinism,
bakar
neo-Darwinism is
och
dying.
bakar bröd. And bakes bread.
The mutation natural selection
You
mechanism, which has
dance
been
while
the
you
go-to
shower, right?
explanation to
Du
the origin of
dansar.
biological form and evolutionary
Dansar.
biology,
Medan
is
Medan
insufficient to
du
produce
duschar.
the information
Eller
necessary to
hur?
build fundamentally new form
Jag
in
tittar
the
på
history of
TV
life.
medan jag pluggar.
It provides a good
Jag
explanation
tittar
for
på
small-scale
TV
variations, but if you want to make a major change,
medan
you're
jag
not going to
pluggar.
get it by mutation and selection.
Stark. Ja.
Ja, ja, tältar.
Tältar. It's like okay.
Is how one species morphed into another species.
Ja, jag
And
tycker
over
om
time we get the
fotboll.
complexity and diversity of life. Evolution doesn't explain why there's something rather than nothing. Evolution doesn't explain why the universe is exquisitely fine-tuned for life. Evolution can't explain the origin of life.
Ibland. Eller alltid.
Han målar medan jag spelar piano.
That shows that belief in God in the United
Målar.
States has dropped to an
Han
all-time
målar
low.
medan jag spelar piano.
In particular,
Medan jag spelar piano.
18 to 31
He
are
paints
generating
while I play piano.
away from religious belief. One of the
In
factors that is most
ALAR.
commonly cited is
Nej,
science.
Jag seglar aldrig.
Jag seglar aldrig. Ever
Aldrig.
go sail. She wakes up early and works out. Hon vaknar tidigt.
So evolutionary ideas about origins have played an
Och
outsized
tränar.
role in convincing people
Jag städar ditt rum och din bil.
Jag städar. Städar. Clean. Städar.
Städar.
Ja. Ditt rum. Och din bil.
Hon simmar ofta, eller hur?
Hon simmar. She swims ofta. Ja. Eller hur? Right.
Jag lyssnar på musik medan jag duschar.
Jag lyssnar på musik medan jag duschar.
These are discoveries that I have argued point to a designing intelligence, and indeed a designing intelligence with the attributes that traditional theists, Jews and Christians, for example, have long ascribed to God: transcendence, intelligence, great power, and a willingness to be involved in the creation. This is not a time to give up on religious belief. Instead, I think science is now pointing us back to God and helping us rediscover what I call the God hypothesis.
The ideas that you put forward in this documentary, as far as I understand, represent to some extent the thought journey that you went on from atheism to Christianity. Is that a fair assessment, or how would you state that?
Ja, jag tycker om fotboll.
So I was an atheist.
Ja, jag tycker om fotboll. Vi spelar boll tillsammans. We play soccer together. Listen to music while I shower.
Ja, lyssnar på musik medan
ja, duschar. She wakes up early and bakes bread. Hon vaknar tidigt och bakar bröd. You dance while you shower, right? Du dansar medan du duschar. Eller hur? Dance while you shower, right? Hon vaknar tidigt och tränar. She wakes up early and works out.
Ja, vaknar tidigt.
I wake up early.
Min fru spelar fotboll.
Min fru spelar fotboll. My wife plays football. Soccer. Yes, yeah.
Ja.
I like soccer.
Ja, tycker om
fotboll.
Du bakar ofta en tårta, eller hur?
Bakar. How's this gonna be spelled? Okay, I'm gonna assume it's that. Du bakar ofta en tårta, eller hur? You often bake a cake, right?
Mindset behind making this film
was to show ofta. I often show.
Anna bakar ofta en tårta.
Anna bakar ofta en tårta. Anna often bakes a cake.
Anna bakar ofta en tårta.
Overly pushy, right? Because I've watched a few documentaries that are Christian documentaries, and it just feels like you're getting yelled at. And so I wanted to just basically say, here's the evidence. Take it. And it's
my husband always wakes up early.
And so at the end of the film, one of the things that I express is that the evidence is there. I challenge you to go and take a second look at it. But I'm not gonna
vaknar alltid tidigt. So my husband vaknar.
I think that we're in a perfect timing right now in Western culture for this type of documentary, because frankly I think
so this is like my husband wakes up always early.
Nej, jag bakar aldrig bröd.
Nej, jag bakar aldrig bröd. No, I bake.
Exploring ideas like panpsychism or panentheism, or even idealism. To me, it reflects that materialism is simply from a
no, I bake always bread.
Insufficient.
No, that's never. Altering, not LT. No, I never bake bread.
Live your life out of. It's insufficient. It's totally boring. It's totally meaningless.
Yeah.
And it fails really at every level. And your documentary, I know, goes into a lot of
Musik.
why that is the case. But because that's true,
Hey,
there's a
Dan.
real
Ja.
open door right now
Lucha.
for people to, like you said,
I listen to
reconsider
music while I shower.
this whole Christian thing, this whole
Amen.
concept that there is a
Oh,
creator of the creation,
Alti.
a personal being responsible
That's
for
ALL.
all other reality. And that's
Vaknar
an idea that I
alltid
think it's the way I think about it is, speaking of the fossil record, I almost think of it like
tidigt.
everybody started here.
I don't
and so
expect
it
that.
feels
That's a
like the
strange
most surface
structure.
level
My husband wakes up
in the beginning,
always
God created the
early.
heavens and the earth.
That's
Okay,
it.
that, like you said, I was told that
One
was
in.
true in high school or junior high or my Awana or my Christian Bible or whatever. But I wasn't told why it's true. And then
Liten.
I went deeper
Liten.
and I went into and I was taught evolution in high school or college. I went
Fru.
to University of Florida and I studied a biology class and my PhD biology professor told me that
Vi.
evolution
Vi.
shows that God is not real. So now I'm in a deeper level of the fossil. I've gone
Mer.
deeper here.
Ja,
I've left
vi
these
bor där.
surface things behind.
Ja, yes. Vi
Your
båda.
documentary seems to
Vi
say,
live there.
well, there are some significant problems here, and even
bor
deeper
där.
Vi live there.
Peter är skådespelare.
pure materialistic
Peter
explanation
är
Skådespelare.
skådespelare.
Peter is an actor.
And
Du
so
har
the
en
thing that you
katt.
thought was on the
Du
surface
har,
is
du
actually
have
at
en
the
katt.
basis of
En katt.
everything. And all of these
Du
other
har en
things that
hund.
are amazing and deep
Du
that we should talk
har
about, we should marvel in,
en hund.
are actually
Du har
things that are
betalt.
Ja,
derivative of
mitt
him.
jobb är intressant.
Ja, yes. Mitt jobb. Mitt jobb var intressant.
Amazing engineering that exists everywhere
Ja,
in the universe.
jag är
the
bonde.
amazing,
Ja, jag är
mechanisms and apparatus
bonde.
and design. All
Yes,
these
I'm a
things
farmer.
Han är
are amazing. We should
skådespelare.
study them. We shouldn't just say,
He's
in the beginning
are.
God created the heavens and the earth. Full
And
stop. We should do our best
skådespelare.
to understand
Actor.
why the
He's an
world
actor.
is, how
Är
it works, how it functions.
skådespelare.
But
Han är
our depth of
skådespelare.
knowledge into the mechanism of things is not a
Yes,
replacement
ja.
for
Mitt
the
jobb.
basis for
Mitt
reality
jobb.
himself.
My
That's
job
how I would put it. And it feels like your
är
documentary
intressant.
is speaking
Yes, my
into
job is
that
interesting.
Min man är
curiosity that
bonde.
culture has right now
Min
of,
man
yeah, you're
är
right, it doesn't
bonde.
make sense to talk only
My
in
man
terms of
is a,
mechanism and never
or
in
my
terms of
husband
agency. It
is a
doesn't make
farmer.
sense to only talk about how things are, but not talk about why
Mitt
things
jobb,
are
my
in the
job.
first place.
Right.
And it seems like the timing of this is really
Du
great.
har en.
It is. So originally I was going to.
Yeah, you have a
because I've already
cat.
been working on the
Har
film
en
for 3
cat.
years. I mean, it's taken a long. Actually, I think it's been 4 years
Oh,
now. I'm thinking
I don't know
back at it.
where
So
is.
it's taken a very
Oh,
long time to make it. And originally, I was trying to raise
oh.
money so that I could get it into
Mm.
theaters. And I thought that was my mission. That's
Ja,
what I wanted.
lägenhet is
But then a lot
apartment.
of things happen
Oh,
just in the culture and in
thank
the world.
you.
And I even noticed within the conversations I've been
Bara
having with
min
people,
rum.
you're right, things are
Bara
changing.
mitt rum.
And
Okay.
I think it's a good time for people
Mm.
to, because
Mm.
they are questioning it. They're questioning that whole materialistic mindset and realizing it's not sufficient.
Mm.
It doesn't explain the things that we see.
Har
And that's
i.
actually one of the things I love about Christianity is because it really is the best explanation.
True.
When
I
you
thought it was
look
in my
at
room.
all of reality and all of the
Oh, you didn't
evidences
give me
we
twice.
see
Wait.
within nature,
Where's my room?
even
Bara
through
mitt
the
rum.
ideas through philosophy, it's the best explanation for why, for the reality that we find ourselves in.
I guess I should, in closing here, say like if someone is interested, wants to watch the film, wants to, I don't know, find out more about you,
Vaknar
what's sort of the call
tidigt
to action
och bakar bröd.
So the film is
She
available.
wakes up
It's
early
on
and
all
bakes
major streaming
bread.
platforms: Amazon,
See here.
Apple TV,
Okay,
Google,
stupid.
Fandango. So all the major streaming platforms are able
Peter
to.
Kokano spelar ofta
And then I also
fotboll.
have my website set up, which will have
Erik and
additional
Anna often
resources. So
play
that
football.
after you've
Jag
watched
duschar
the
ofta.
film, you'll be able
Ja,
to
du kör
go
av.
and dive a little bit deeper
Ja.
into these topics.
Ja,
Because
jag
again, I
tycker
can't build
om
an entire case based on an hour and
fotboll.
25-minute film, but
Ja,
what I
jag
can
like
do is
soccer.
pique your curiosity and then hope that you'll go and do more research. So
Du.
on our website, there will be a tab called Resources.
Vaknar
Underneath that tab
tidigt.
has all
Du
of the
wake up early.
ministries, to
Eller
all of the
hur?
scholars who are in
Right.
the film. So I would challenge
Vi
you to dig a little
spelar.
bit deeper and take a second look at all of this.
Vi spelar. Fotboll. Tillsammans. We play soccer together. Hon
Vaknar
tidigt. She wakes up early. Jag works out.
och
Tränar.
tränar. Anna bakar ofta en tårta.
Anna bakar ofta en tårta. Anna bakes a cake often, or often bakes a cake. Alright. Oh yeah, I didn't do the Swedish alphabet again yet. Alright, let's do it.
Why don't you ask this question to Sheikh Usman?
You know what? Let me tell you something. I wasn't gonna say anything, but you brought it out of me. Have you ever heard of the PPD podcast? It's hosted by a Christian. We talk a lot about politics.
I listen to music while I shower.
Ja,
Lyssna.
lyssnar på musik
on his platform.
While I shower.
medan jag
Duscha. I listen to music while I shower.
Du bakar ofta en tårta, eller hur?
Du bakar ofta en tårta, eller hur? You often bake a cake, right? Du dansar medan du duschar. You dance while you shower.
Eller hur?
Right?
Min man vaknar alltid tidigt.
Min man vaknar alltid. My husband wakes up always early, or always wakes up early. You dance, du dansar, while down, du duschar. Eller hur? You dance while you shower, right?
Nej, jag bakar aldrig bröd.
Nej, jag bakar aldrig bröd. No, I never bake bread. Yes. Ja. Ja, I tycker om. Yes, I like soccer.
They all had the common mission, call to worship Allah alone, leave idol worship, leave anything that's from the creation.
Where did I stop?
And the first idol worship happened in the time of Noah.
Whatever, I'm gonna assume it was here.
Then Allah sent Noah. And then Ibrahim, his father, worship. We used to make idols for
Ibland, sometimes.
Bar. Du seglar, eller hur?
Du seglar, you sail, or go sailing, or not. You go sailing, eller hur? Right? Bräda.
Du spelar schack, eller hur?
Du spelar schack, eller hur? You play chess, right?
Hon vaknar tidigt och tränar.
Hon vaknar. She wakes up early och tränar and works out.
Ja, vi tycker om musik.
Ja. Du tycker om musik. Yes, we like music.
Hon vaknar tidigt och bakar bröd.
Hon vaknar. She tidigt wakes up early och bakar bröd and bakes bread. Soccer, football, cat, dator, computer, lätt, easy, gitarr, advokat, lawyer.
Sara dansar medan hon spelar schack.
Sara dansar.
Sara dansar medan hon spelar schack. Sara dansar medan hon spelar schack.
Okay. Sara dansar medan. Sarah dances while. Hon, she, spelar, plays, schack, chess.
Ett piano.
Ett piano.
I mean, Christianity teaches to worship God alone, but you wouldn't say that's Islam, obviously. So what about Jesus and what he taught specifically demonstrates that what he taught and what he practiced was
Alltid.
Always.
Min son pluggar aldrig.
My son pluggar aldrig. Never studies. Ofta.
Här.
Alltid.
Mer. Kanske.
Well, yeah, like for example, like submission, everything. If you mean submission, yeah, submission.
Du städar din bil och ditt rum.
Du städar din bil, your car, och ditt rum. And your room.
Du. Ja, jag tittar på TV.
Ja, yes. Jag tittar.
Tittar på.
Ja, jag tittar på TV.
I came not to do my own will, but the will of my Father who sent me.
Okay. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
How can we trust the Bible if there's we don't know who's Mark to look
Fotboll.
We need
Fotboll, soccer, musik,
Ris.
ris,
Bil.
bil.
Who would you say wrote the Quran?
It was from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, revelation straight direct. No human being.
Du simmar ofta, eller hur? You often swim, right?
I can't remember the back of my head, but basically when it was real,
Alltid.
Alltid.
Lätt.
Lätt.
Säng.
Säng.
Advokat.
Advokat. Lawyer.
Ja, jag tältar.
With not knowing the names of the people who wrote down the Quran and their authenticity.
Ja, jag tältar.
I did research about it, but I can't remember the name of the companions and all that. And there's a whole chain about it until today. Like basically, when you get an ijaza, somebody memorizes the Quran, he gets the ijaza by a sheikh. The ijaza is the link.
Ja, jag tältar. Hey, with Umla Sirgan. Camping. You play guitar, right?
Du spelar gitarr. Eller hur?
Play guitar.
Vi pluggar tillsammans ibland.
Vi pluggar tillsammans ibland. We study together sometimes. Vi spelar Bach tillsammans. We play chess together. Right, okay. He plays piano.
Han
Spelar
piano.
He plays piano. No, he paints. Målar. He paints. Medan. Wow. Jag spelar piano. While I play piano. Jag lyssnar på musik. Medan jag målar. I listen to music while I paint.
Nej, jag bakar aldrig bröd.
Nej, ja, jag bakar. Ja. Aldrig, never. Bakar bröd. Bake bread.
Sara dansar medan hon spelar schack.
Sara dansar medan hon spelar schack. Sarah dances while she plays chess.
Jag vaknar tidigt.
Jag vaknar. We wake up tidigt, early.
You see so many religions in the world.
Ja, räda.
The safest option is the truth, Jesus.
If you have to be a Christian,
hon tränar ofta, eller hur?
Exactly. If you become a Jew, you have to reject Jesus and Muhammad.
Hon tränar ofta, eller hur?
And if you become a Muslim, you got to reject Jesus and the rest of the prophets.
No, Islam is the only religion that accepts every prophet.
No, you don't. You don't accept. You can't say that you accept the prophets. Ali, you can't say that you accept the prophets.
Ja. Lyssnar på
musik. Medan duschar. Listen to music while I shower.
Tittar på TV, eller hur?
Du tittar. You watch TV. Du tittar på TV, eller hur? Right?
Vi seglar aldrig men tältar ofta.
Vi seglar aldrig. We go sailing. Oh, we never go sailing. Aldrig. Men tältar ofta. But go camping often.
Aldrig. Ofta.
He didn't change it. He covered it with his hand. He didn't change it.
Okay.
Jag vaknar tidigt.
I wake up early. Jag vaknar tidigt.
You're talking about demonstrates that the Torah was still there.
Okay.
The Jew, when he came to Muhammad, tried to hide
So,
the verse of stoning in the verse.
I'm gonna get the hard back, then I'm gonna do this lesson, and I think I'll call it done.
Companions who could read told the guy
Öl. Beer. And
Nej.
nej. No.
Bröd.
Bread. Where?
Advokat.
Advokat.
Söt.
Söt.
Söt. Söt.
Söt.
Vin eller öl.
Vin eller öl.
But most of it was
You.
lost. Like the hadith said, there was one hadith saying, I can't remember.
So can you give me the hadith that says that the Torah or the Injil is lost? Because you just gave me a hadith that says that the Torah is there,
Vin eller öl.
not lost. So how are you? I don't understand. How do you say the opposite of what your hadith shows? I don't-
It doesn't show that
Ollie.
it was fully there. It just showed
Min
that
fru.
When the Jews came to Muhammad
Min fru.
for the judgment for the adultery, what did Muhammad say?
Ja.
Ja, min syster är ingenjör.
Ja.
What did
Min
Muhammad
syster
say? What was his response when they came
är
to him
ingenjör.
and they asked him for a ruling?
Ingenjör.
What did Muhammad say? What was
Ingenjör.
his response? Do you know?
I think it was like
I live in Sweden and she lives in the US.
on the what he was
Ja.
in his hand.
Bor i
Sverige.
Sverige. Och
No worries. He says,
hon
bring the Torah.
bor
Bor
i USA.
Torah. Why would Muhammad
Sven
tell
är
them to bring the
ingenjör.
Torah if the Torah is gone? Is Muhammad like stupid?
Nah, because
Dude, I don't know how to spell that.
they rejected.
Okay, so Muhammad is a smart man and he's a prophet of Allah, right?
Ingenjör.
So
Så
when he
mouse
says
over the
bring
O.
the Torah, that means the Torah is there for them to bring, right?
The current Torah at that time, yeah.
In the
Just
7th
needs a
century,
J.
yes, in Muhammad's time, the Torah was there presently, right?
Sven är ingenjör.
Specific Torah because there's another
Sven
hadith
är en ingenjör.
that says that most of it was lost. But that's
Stop doing that. Because every time I ask you
Min
to tell me
advokat.
what you say oh, I
Eller
can't remember it.
Din
Stop saying
advokat.
things that you can't back
A
up
lawyer,
right
your
now.
lawyer.
If you can't
Lisa är
back
min
it up,
fru.
just don't say it. Okay? Is that fair to ask?
Lisa
look for it for a second.
Yeah,
Ja.
look for where it says the Torah was
min
lost.
fru.
That most of
This
the
is
Torah
my
is
wife.
lost. What hadith says that, bro?
Give me a second.
You're saying the opposite of what Muhammad says and what Allah says. Congratulations. You have apostated.
Give me a second.
All right, in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and play some waiting music so we can go ahead and just feel the dead air, you know? Hope you don't mind.
Lisa är min fru. USA. United States.
So what days do you stream usually?
Mm.
Because I'll come back another day because it's gonna take some time.
Yep.
What days do you stream?
I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, same time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Min fru är snäll.
Okay, hold on.
Wife's
I'll come
nice.
back to you for that time, but I want to tell you something else.
What do you want to talk about?
Not the reason why I cannot trust the Bible, bro. Because look, like it says
What?
two different things.
You cannot tell me that you don't trust the Bible when you have a
Ingenjör.
hadith where Muhammad trusted the Bible.
Ingenjör.
Look, bro.
I'll bring it next time.
You give me the hadith that says that the Torah.
Alright, now let's see what this actually is, because I just directly translated it.
Don't say to me that you don't trust the Bible.
There
Don't
it
say
is.
it yet.
Okay, fine. I won't
Och
say
din
that.
mamma är ingenjör.
How can you trust
So that
someone
works.
so if there's so much, if there's so much like,
Okay.
like say, let's say it's for 700 horses, another verse 7,000 horses.
He's a waiter and she's loyal.
Okay, I don't have the verse, but
Han är
He said, I believe in you and the one who revealed you. I trust it because Muhammad trusted
servitor.
it. He's the best
Han är
example, right?
servitor.
So why don't you follow him?
So why am I a better Muslim than you?
So
Ja.
why not follow Muhammad?
I am. I'm trusting the Torah and the Bible and the Gospel.
Why are you trusting the Quran?
Because
Advokat.
it contradicts the Torah and the Gospel.
Okay, no, don't you know that there's a verse that says, woe to those who change it with their own hands?
It doesn't say that. It says, woe to those who write the book with their own hands, claiming it's from God, seeking a small price. So woe to those for what their hands have written, and woe to those for what they earn.
What do you think it's talking about?
I think it's talking about the Quran.
It's talking about the Bible, bro. It's known, like, it's known throughout generations. Like, for
What
example...
do you mean? It says, woe to those who write
Han
the
lyssnar
book
på
with their
musik medan
own
han
hands
tränar.
and claim
Han
that it's from
lyssnar
God.
på
Didn't
musik
the companions
musik
write
medan
the Quran with their own
han
hands and
lyssnar
say
på
it's from God?
musik medan han tränar.
It was revealed.
It doesn't
Han
say change. It
tränar.
doesn't say change. It doesn't say
He
woe
listens
to
to
those who
music
change the book.
while
It says
she
woe to those
trains.
who write the book
Very.
with their own hands,
While he trains.
claiming it's from
Oops.
God.
Or works out, yeah.
Han
Didn't they write
He.
the Quran with their own hands?
Mer
mer
Ris.
ris, ros,
Fotboll.
fotboll, så
Tidigt.
tidigt, early. My teacher always dances.
Min lärare. Alltid. Dansar.
Dansar alltid.
But anyways, bro, Avery, bro, I care about you, bro. I don't want you to go to hellfire, man.
I'm not gonna go there, brother. Let me say this, man. Ali. Let me say this. First of all, all seriousness, all seriousness. One,
Stor.
Stor.
Ofta.
Ofta.
Bil.
Bil.
Thank you. That shows your humanity. Thank you for caring about me. Thank you for
Peter.
not wanting me to go to hell. I thank you for that.
Ofta.
Thank you for wanting me to have
Seglar ofta.
Thank you for
Hur du
that.
ofta går seglar? Eller hur? Right?
Jag tycker om musik.
I'm not going to hell. And you want to know why I'm not going to hell? Because this is what my Lord
Because he has
says.
Jesus.
My Lord says in John chapter 14, verse 1, he says, let not your hearts
I
be
like
troubled.
music.
Believe in God.
En sån målar
It cut off for a second.
I got you.
alltid.
Jesus says, this is what the
En
Lord
sån
says.
målar alltid. My son always paints.
Min son pluggar aldrig.
Min son, my son, pluggar aldrig. Never studies. No, we never go camping. Nej, vi tävlar aldrig. You sometimes study, right? Pluggar ibland, eller hur? You study sometimes, right? My husband always wakes up early. Min man vaknar alltid.
Does Allah say that? Does Allah say he's going to come get you?
Allah says forgiveness for us.
Does he say he's going to come get you?
Min man vaknar alltid tidigt.
Does he say he's going to come get
Han
you?
lyssnar på musik.
We're gonna go to him. He doesn't need to come get us.
He doesn't need to come. Yes, he does. He needs to come get you.
Lyssnar på musik.
He's gonna put us into account.
You know what?
He listens to
Allah does
music.
say he's going to come get you. He says he's going to come get you.
Han målar
You wanna
medan
know
jag
where he's gonna
spelar
come get you
piano.
from?
Han målar medan jag spelar
19,
piano.
verses
Han målar.
68 to
Han målar
72.
medan jag spelar piano.
73, sorry.
Han
Yeah, 72. He says he's going to come
målar
get you from hellfire.
medan
The whole verse?
jag
Let's pull this up
spelar
real quick. I'm gonna show it on the screen just so we read it
piano.
together. But this is huge.
Han målar medan he paints. Wow. Jag spelar piano. I play piano.
Du spelar gitarr, eller hur?
With my Lord
Du
and the Father.
spelar
No,
gitarr.
it's the opposite. If
Eller
you do shit,
hur?
you're guaranteed to hell.
You play guitar, right?
Idolatry. You're guaranteed to hell.
Okay, 2 hours.
Min chef tittar på TV medan han arbetar. Min
Chef
chef. Min chef tittar på TV medan han arbetar.
tittar på TV. Watches TV.
Min chef tittar på TV medan han arbetar.
Medan
Medan han
han
arbetar.
arbetar.
Min chef tittar på TV medan han arbetar.
My boss watches TV while he works.
Muster them
Yeah.
and the Satans. Then we shall parade them about Gehenna, hobbling on their knees. Gehenna is
Good enough for me, man. Yeah, Unit 7 completed.
Gehenna, right here.
What is it
Starting up Unit 8 now. But I'm gonna call this down.
This is a different way of translating it, I guess.
Yep.
But,
Okay.
So we know what it's talking about. It's talking about hell.
Well, thanks for dropping in. Have a good day.
The disbelievers and the shaitans, the jinn, right? Then we shall parade